So we excited about this opportunity this week. A very good football team, excellent players. Obviously, the MVP of the league, and very well coached, Coach McDermott and Coach Brady and their staff to do a great job. And so we know it's a big challenge, but our players are excited about this opportunity and looking forward to again just being about ourselves and playing our best football as we move through the season. And so, before I get started with the questions, I would like to just wish Mr. Bruce Spaeth a happy birthday. Excellent, best in the business, and we're very fortunate to have him.
We'll start things off with Darren Gant, followed by Mike Kay.
Hey, Tracy was just talking about all the cross pollination, different people who have been in different places. Obviously, Shaq's up there now. As a coach, when you're looking at that, what do you glean the most from? Is it schematic stuff? Is it physical stuff? Is it, okay, this guy knows?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I would say, first of all, schematically, certainly a guy like Shaquille is in a good position and has a great vantage point to give good insight on what we've done here. And it's no different than the new quarterback we just picked up here, who's got that insight as well on what Buffalo does. And so it's just that's a big part of it. And then obviously it's just the physical part of it too. He's going to have insight on the players and the things they do well, what they don't do well, and back and forth. And no different for the coaches as well. So it's always good to have, I guess, that a little bit more of that inside information.
Mike Kay.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Well, do you believe that momentum can kind of surge from one game to another, or are you the type of coach that just wants to focus on the task at hand week to week?
Yeah, I would say more of a week to week because that's really what this league is about. And what you did last week or 2 weeks before really, in my opinion, doesn't matter because it can either you can feel too good about yourself and underperform, or you could be extra motivated and overperform. So you've seen that scenario play out so many different times. And what we just got to be focused in on is just playing our best football each week and trying to be a little bit better than we were the week before. And that's really the key to success in this league, is increasing your performance and execution and your play style and just getting better as you move through the season.
We've seen Princely get more early down reps, and it seems like he's taking advantage of them, at least from my standpoint. But what are you seeing out of him from a run-stopping perspective, from a play recognition perspective over the last few weeks?
Well, what we've seen from a lot of our players, he continues to get better each week. And obviously, we've challenged him in that aspect of his game. And to his credit, he's improved. But he's shown improvement not only as a run stopper, but as a rusher, as a dropper. And that's what we're looking for. And, when you talk about the growth of the players, it's even more important and it's even more exponential for these rookies, right? Because as they get more acclimated to NFL football, their growth should happen at a bigger rate. And so that's what we're seeing with some of our guys.
Thanks, EJ.
We'll go with Alex Zitlow, followed by Cass.
Hey EJ, I wanted to ask about JC Horn. Um, Dave told us yesterday that he has played through illness this year. He's played through a whole bunch of different things like that. I can't remember exactly what game Dave was referencing, but um, to see him have a two interception day against the Jets and to see him have the year that he's had so far, how gratifying is it as a coach of his?
Yeah, it's very gratifying, and I would say even going back to last year, there's many instances where he played through a lot of things, and he's very resilient. He's very tough. Obviously, he had those struggles earlier in his career with injuries, but that's by no means a question of his toughness or his will to play. And the one thing we do know is when he's on the field, he's going to produce at a high level, and so he's fun to be around. He's really an extension of what we want to do as a coaching staff along with a couple of our other players, and he's a great pro, and we're excited for his success and look for more of it.
Have you noticed anything different about him this year than perhaps last year, his Pro Bowl year?
I wouldn't say so. I think, like a lot of the players on our team, he's very focused in on just continuing to get better. I would say he's not resting on what he did last year. He's not resting on his contract. He's just looking to improve and be one of the very best in this league.
Hey, EJ, how's it going?
Hey,
Christian was saying yesterday that sometimes when you're playing Josh Allen, it feels like you've been covering forever, and then you look up and he still has the ball.
mhm.
How can you emulate that in practice? And if yes, like how so?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent you can, but obviously, what we're going to see on Sunday is going to be way different. Ability, and then also just the how these plays play out. But that is so true, though. I mean, there's going to have to be, our big thing this week is the strain for the guys rushing the quarterback to make sure that, hey, even if you don't win, we got to continue to fight. We got to continue to strain to stay in our rush lanes, and the people that are covering, they got to continue to strain to stay in coverage and understand that these plays are going to extend a lot longer than they normally do, and it's a tribute to his ability as a player. And so we know the task at hand, and there won't be any surprises on Sunday, and so we just have to be ready.
And then one other thing, real quick, too. This defense, your defense hasn't allowed a rush of more than 10 yards in the past 3 games. Are those things that you like to highlight to the guys to show like this is, it's working, or do you not want to bring it up because then that gets in their head and they're like trying to stop it, if that makes sense?
No, I think we always want to highlight the things we do well, and Coach Capers does a big part of that and does a great job of illustrating that to the players. And a big reason for that is because it's a tribute, not just because of the result, it's the process. And we want to show the guys that when we play the way we do in practice, and when we run to the ball, and when we focus in on our assignments and everybody's in the right position, those things lead to success. And so we always want to talk about those things. We always want to point them out. But again, kind of going back to what Mike said, this is like going to be each week it's its own entity, and like the challenge this week is going to be different than what we've faced in the past. And so, that we have to be ready for.
Thank you.
Joe Person.
EJ, Josh Allen obviously is a bit of a unicorn, but who would you say is the closest comp to him?
Well, we were talking about this as a staff the other day. I would say the comp is a faster Ben Roethlisberger, maybe. So he's a great player. He can make plays with people hanging on him. He's got the speed to outrun people. He's accurate. He's got a big arm. He's smart. So all of those things come to life. Great player.
It didn't look like you faced him when you were in Denver. Have you schemed against him at all in LA?
Yes, I played against him. That was the COVID year, 2020. We played against him. We went up there, and Brandon Staley was our defensive coordinator, and we were running a similar scheme, and I believe Daboll was the offensive coordinator. So, anyways, he had a great day against us. It came down to the last second, but I think that was kind of the first time that, like, at least I was aware of like how great of a player he is.
Thanks, EJ.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, EJ, I wanted to ask you. You've obviously known Nick Scott for a really long time. He's got a leadership presence in the locker room. We see him constantly talking to guys or coaching them up in the locker room. I'm just curious, how much has he grown in that area since you knew him as a position coach and maybe a younger player into what he is now?
Yeah, he's certainly grown a lot from that aspect. When I was first with Nick, he was kind of back end of the roster, special teams, fighting to make it every year, and it just made tremendous growth in his ability, his football knowledge, his technique, his just even like his physical attributes, just working on the things he needed to work on in his game, especially with the change of direction stuff. He's grown in so many areas. And the one thing that Nick has always had, though, is a great work ethic. And so from day one, he's just worked his butt off. And so this is kind of what you live for as a coach when you see a guy come in as a rookie and they are, they're obviously deficient in some areas. They got to grow in a lot of areas. And then you see them mature as people, as players over their career. And to see what he's doing now, that's like so gratifying for me, and I'm very proud of what he's done. And it's like everybody else, though. He's looking to play better, and we're looking for him to play better as well. But he's really done a heck of a job.